What is up, legends? We are back in another week, another hype watch. We got some good games to talk about this week, and we're gonna start off right away. Pretty much looking at Elsie right now. Now, Elsie feels a lot like a Mega Man game, like obviously in the female tone. It's roguelike and side scroll, as you guys can see, including in the tags and everything else like that. I am actually looking forward to this one. Matter of fact. Go ahead, throw that on the plan to be released right there. Because I love Mega Man, and it seems like we're probably not gonna get any more Mega Mans now that companies are starting to focus a little bit more on what they can actually make money on. And that's like industry wise now. It's an industry thing. It's not just one company. It's not Square saying that. It's Bandai. It's Capcom. It's literally Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation all agreeing and all saying, no, we do the same damn thing. So we're gonna see a lot less niche games, like games that are like, they just making them for the fans and trying to get a little bit money out of them. They're probably not gonna be doing stuff like that anymore. So we're gonna get games like this, which is cool. This feels like Mega Man with a roguelike type of aspect to it, and I'm all for that. Hopefully it'll end up being good, and it's the first one out today on HypeWatch. So next up we have the 7 Deadly Sins. Now, this is not a PC title. We'll go back to PC. But I did want to talk about this as well. For whatever reason, they decided to do idle for 7 Deadly Sins. Now, 7 Deadly Sins has, it's been okay in the mobile spectrum. They made a lot of money. It's kind of like even out now, and we'll see if it can hang on and make even more. But that's pretty much going to be par for the course right now. But they got this now, which I don't understand what's going on with this font. Like, why? Whose idea was this? The font is the bold is in white along with the white text. Like, huh? Like, Netmarble, please. But this is going to be coming, so I'm pretty sure that people are going to be into it. But I definitely wanted to let you guys know about it. Next up is the most toxic game on this thing. You can play it right now when you see it too, because they just surprise testing and all that type of stuff is here literally right now. It's Dungeon Stalkers. Dungeon Stalkers literally is like playing like an old school RPG type of feel, but you can gank people and they be out here trying to get loot, and you be in the corner somewhere with your hide skill level like 5,000 and come and gank them and take their stuff and then keep it moving. This party gameplay, as you guys can see as well. I'm actually looking forward to PvE side of this, even though this is really a PvP PvE game, which PvP, that's the PvEP. That's what it's really supposed to be. But looking forward to it to see what it's about, see if it's gonna be lit or not. I could tell it's like already is gonna be super toxic though, so have at it. Next up is Maniac M. You guys see right here, you can hop into this. This is another one of those RPG manager type of games, but cutesy AI characters looking sexy, and you barely see them in the game. But one of the games, just wanted to put it out there in case somebody wants to hop in and try it out. Next up is Oneway Road Fire Hunt. This game is interesting because, as you guys can see, it's going to be out on the 29th. It has consequences type of things where you can kind of like pick and choose what happens, and you could be a good guy or a bad guy. You can be a good crew member or a bad crew member. And like you see, like they're putting the emphasis on that right now. This guy could be a jerk or he can be a happy person. Like, look at they got everybody. What's with his eyes? They got everybody, I'm interested because it's basically just like a rail kind of like shooter type of game with a ship, but there's consequences to everything, and I always like it when they put a little bit of thought behind it, a little bit of brain power. There's nothing wrong with that. Next up is Mythic Chronicles. As you guys can see right here, this is load please, thank you. This is one of those type of games. It's kind of RPG manager, kind of idle. You see, it's not really showing you a lot of this right now. When I went into it, it was kind of literally just going through, just picking what you want to do and just letting them fight. So it's up to you. Next up is Dungeon Sisters. This genre is just taking off. And in fact, real quick, while we're talking about this, I was in a conversation in press Discord, and we were talking about Idle. Literally, that was the whole point of it, because they just announced this week that last year, as it was, I guess somebody actually sat and actually did the math for this. Idle games last year, games that are officially considered idle games, made just under $1 billion gross worldwide. Now this is worldwide. This is China, global, all that type of stuff. Just under $1 billion. It didn't quite make it there, but bro, that is a lot of money, yo. Most of it was China, by the way. Like over 39% of that gross total was in China by itself, and the rest of the world came up with the other gross total. But still, that is insane. So we all wonder why we keep seeing these games. It's because they barely cost anything to make, and they're just like, what, just under $1 billion? There's no other mobile platform genre that does that. Now I'll let you guys know, between the Hoyo games, Hoyo, like, they don't even consider Hoyo. Hoyo does it by itself. Just want to point that out, because you have Star Rail and Genshin. Literally, those two games by themselves are just under $1 billion by themselves. That's how much they gross. Like that is crazy with those two games, like there. And then you have the other compilation. So Hoyo does it by itself. So you take Hoyo out that equation and then put everybody else there. Nobody else everybody else combined doesn't get as much as what the idle genre is, which is why we see it so much. Why it trickled over into PC, and now they're doing it on console too. So with that said, it is said that this literally just came out today, by the way, that I'm doing this video, because it's Friday morning. It's officially 6:56 a.m. Friday morning. Let you guys see real quick. Damn, 6:57. With that said, they're saying that this game is supposed to be really lit. I have not downloaded it yet. Look, it says +5 downloads. Like, I have not downloaded it yet. I'm going to, and if it's lit, I'll do a video on it. But I wanted to put it on HypeWatch because when they talk about idle games in the press, it's usually they're good. It's usually either really good or really bad, but they're not saying anything bad about this. They're saying this is cool, so I just wanted to put it in. Moving along, Arcane Strife, another RPG manager, again, AI and everything else like this. Get used to seeing stuff like this, sadly, which is why you don't see me do a lot of reviews anymore. It's not that I'm like being stuffy and don't want to do it. It's just that me personally, even though the industry is obviously leaning toward idle and survival and all that, and they're making a lot of money, I'm just not with it. Like, I'll handle PC reviews, and when the good games come through, then I'll review it and stuff like that. But outside of that, I'm like over it at this point. Somebody else could do that. Maybe I'm too old for it now. Maybe like I'm past that prime, and like I have thousands of reviews, Gacha and everything else on the channel. I don't have anything else to prove at this point. I got my press credentials. Nobody can take that from me. like I'm officially gaming press. I don't have to sit here and do idle games, like 1,000 idle games a year. I'm just not gonna do it. With that said, games like this and stuff like this, I just like to show up and give them the shine and give them a shot. Even though I'm not reviewing this stuff anymore, I like to give them a shot and put them on media platforms so they have a shot of people actually seeing it, and maybe somebody download it and check it out, and then somebody else says, okay, this is kind of cool, this is a hidden gem. And that's the whole purpose behind HypeWatch and when I do hype check and all that type of stuff. It's just to give companies a shot and a chance, even though I'm not actually reviewing. Which is also why the HypeWatch is always sponsored. Nanop Space. This one I actually got to play a little while ago, and I'm actually interested. This might be the most interesting one here because it's a little ARPG in idle. It's like, got the cutesy thing, and I actually showed you guys this before. It's obviously an idle game and everything else like this. Like I said, we just talked about the idle. We don't have to bring it up again. But I'm actually out of all this stuff here, besides the hype, when this is officially global, I'm gonna give it a review. Basically, it's not officially global right now. It's like early access and like in Canada, that type of stuff. But when it's officially available to everybody, I'm gonna give it a review and give it a shot because I have a little bit of faith in this one, just a little bit. Heck, why? Get off the screen? Really? It's just not gonna. All right. So what I am gonna have to do is, because this is doing that, we'll do this. HTML, Eth Era Epic. So not too great on the graphics. It's one of those games where they kind of like obviously try to use the art style. It's up to you if you feel that the art style is actually good. But with that said, it does have some fun gameplay for you guys to pick up, and I definitely wanted to bring it to you guys. I had a friend tell me about this one, so that's how this made it. There was no press or anything on this. It was just a friend saying, hey, this is kind of a cool game. You should check it out. So I was like, all right, HypeWatch. All right, so here's something cool. We don't get many bike games on mobile, so I definitely wanted to show you guys this one right here. Obviously, I'm not going to cover it because I'm not a bike. There's actually YouTubers who handle stuff like this, like racing and things like that. So, try it out. We don't get much of this on there, so I just want to show it to you guys. Dream Nova is a new card game. We don't get many of these either. You would think there would be a lot of card games, but there's really not. But it's actually pretty interesting, and people were actually talking about this one as well. It just came out like a day ago. So, hop into it again. It's not really my thing, and I'm not a card, mobile, or PC YouTuber, so, yeah. And right here, Broken Lands. This is available right now for you guys. I have been told that is kind of like the scavenger survival type of games. Like we did the Once Human game that I just covered on the channel. It's kind of like that. Mobile based, and it's getting a little bit of press right now, and it's getting some action and some views, not as much as it would like, because you see it's like in the middle on the stars and everything else like this. Again, I wait a few days on Bilibili. I learned to do that because they'll do the same thing that Global does, and like 1 star when they can't play. Basically, like they were doing that to Wuthering Waves. Like I can't play the game. It just says I can download. I can't play. Like, what's this date for? I literally saw a comment say that for Wuthering Waves, and they ate that poor soul up. Y'all mean. The person said, I downloaded the game and got in and logged in, and then the date said I can't play. Why even let me download? Holy cow, I've never seen so many comments curse somebody. Like, they ate that person. All y'all had to really do is, like, the date is there so you can't actually log in. Y'all went way beyond that. Community, don't be that mean. I'm not even showing it, but people, they actually made it was a Reddit post, and people were pointing it out. I seen a YouTuber make a video on that. The world is a mean place, y'all. Like that, I felt bad for the person, but like even if I had said it, nobody would have cared because it had 1,000 comments on it. Even if I had said, "Damn, y'all, what y'all be that mean to this person for?" Because I've done stuff like that before in the past. Like, man, calm down. Like, obvious that somebody maybe they don't understand the language or something like that. But man, like, go easy, jeez. Anyway, last thing. First Descendant. All right, so it is available to play right now. This is gonna be a banger. It's always been a banger this whole time. If you're looking for something to play this weekend, by the time you see this video, it'll be Sunday. It'll still be up. It'll be the last day of it on Sunday, but obviously everybody Wuthering Way. By the time Sunday comes along, you ain't gonna be playing Wuthering Ways all day anyway. You're gonna be out of stamina. So, yeah, if you're looking for something else to play, have at it. Unless you're whaling, you're still gonna be out of stamina. But the person to try it, this is the hype of the week. I'm gonna be playing it. Probably gonna have a review on it on the weekend and crispy ass 4K because that's how we do on the channel. And yeah, so that's all I got. This was a fun hype watch. Nothing too crazy this week. And I have nothing really to say other than Wuthering Waves is taking over everything and did a good job. everything, and you have all the people who are doing like, oh my god, Genshin has more content and Tower Fantasy has more content, and I'm just sitting there. I said it a few places. I was like, Wuthering Waves been out a day, y'all. A day. Why y'all comparing that game to something that's been out for like years? Like years and budget, and like the game made like it's like 500 million gross, and like what? Like, huh? Y'all serious? Y'all serious right now? This is what we doing? This is what we doing? And I was overdoing with the Hoyo thing. Hoyo ain't made $1 billion on those 2 games. They probably like $500 million, but $1 billion is a lot. That's a lot when you think about it. And I understand why we're getting flooded and drowned in idle games. Like, if I was a company and could make $100 million off a game that cost me $10, I would do it too. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.